Hey, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to my first time playing through Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Excuse me.
I will say that I have very much enjoyed the reboots. I think I played Tomb Raider 2013 right after it came out, as well as the Rise of the Tomb Raider game right after it came out. And then I decided at one point that I wanted to start doing stuff for YouTube and Twitch streaming before I got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So I've just kind of been sitting on it, trying to decide how I wanted to make something with it. I feel like they could have possibly done something with the villain of the games instead of just constantly having it be Trinity.
We never made it to our honeymoon.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Perhaps I will make the trip alone.
It just seems a tiny bit cheap to me that they have the same villain for all three games, essentially.
Pardon.
And it's just kind of this organization with a military presence.
I think he's the leader of Trinity.
We need to be careful. Lara.
Yeah, I heard you.
Disculpe, señorita.
My fault.
We need to be careful. Laura, did you hear me? Be careful. Yeah, I got it, Jonah. We're good. I'm walking through a festival right now. Trying to find the guy we are keeping surveillance on at the moment.
Someone set off a trap at the first site. We think it was Croft.
Wait,
What's wrong?
I want confirmation. No more guessing.
I'm not sure how they
we
would
get
get
visual
confirmation.
confirmation.
Do they have cameras
Jonah,
in that
they might
pyramid?
have noticed me. I'll try the back alley.
We'll find another way around.
And if so, how are they capturing things, and how did they get the footage after it caved in? It doesn't really make sense to me.
You can never be too safe. You're very gracious. Thank you.
We should go.
Kind of curious what's going on in this back alley with a few people standing in front of candles, in front of like
Commander
homes.
Rourke. Dominguez wants confirmation Croft is here. You have the photo. Female, Caucasian, early 20s. You got that?
Well,
Good. They'll find her.
good. I don't want anyone getting in there.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, there's a lot of Latin women that would still fit that description, but they might have black hair. I think Croft has black hair, but for some reason it looks kind of brown.
Hey, get out of my office.
Sorry.
Close the door when you leave.
Right.
That man is too drunk, sitting on some trash bags and calling it his office.
Don't worry. Go. Play.
But I meant, like, in
The readings of the
this
site are unlike
outfit,
anything we've ever seen.
Croft's hair looks brown
Key to
for
our
some
next
reason.
phase.
If this is it, we'll be ready.
Even though I'm pretty sure in every other shot it's black.
Jonah, they've entered the dig site. It's fenced off and there's a guard at the gate. I'll find another way in.
I found a good spot. I'll watch the perimeter.
These games do involve a lot of sneaking, so it sometimes feels kind of clunky. While the controls feel better in this one than in the other two games, I will say that interacting with things feels a tiny bit clunkier for the most part. Walking up to something and pressing E to interact with it, it feels like they want you looking at it at a very specific angle. And she just got that backpack and poncho off immediately at the top of that.
There's got to be more to these ruins.
I have a hard time believing that the guy who was on watch on top of that tower didn't see her over there.
A Maya pyramid inside some sort of cave.
of earshot.
No, no, please. Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
It's your own fault.
You just pistol whip him?
Get it over with already. They want us back ASAP.
Squealing must run in your...
I interrupted him, but, you know, whatever.
I'm a government official. I'm supposed to be here. Not anymore, Mr. Lead Archaeologist. Your employment has been terminated.
Please, no. I have money. I can pay you.
Part of the issue there for me was that I was trying to take out the bow when it wanted me to silently execute the guy with the axe thing.
I won't hurt you. You work for Trinity. What did they find?
Well, they've been searching for a temple entrance for many years. Today they found it. I have to go warn my sister. She's on her way here now.
How do I know that guy works for Trinity? And then, if that guy works for Trinity, then
Jonah,
what were the other
Trinity
two
just tried
guys
to kill a
doing?
local archaeologist.
Oh God.
I have to find what they're looking for.
They just contracted this guy out?
All teams, get ready for Operation Blackout.
And then I guess when he was done helping them find the entrance to the ruins, they were just like, well, now we gotta execute him. He can't be allowed to live. We can't let that happen. Yeah, right now I'm just running around looking for whatever collectibles they might have on the floor, scrap and stuff from the other games. Can always assume that they're putting them somewhere around areas.
I know this figure. Ishel, the goddess of the full moon. Oh, and this is Shakshel, the new moon. There's an inscription. Shakshel, the key lies beyond her gaze. Key. This is it. The entrance must be down there.
Well, those definitely
Got to
look like
make my
some
way
caves. Though, being that they're so low, I would figure that they have been full of water before. Again, I take slight issue with just jumping
this should
at
work.
rocks because they look craggy and shoving an axe in them to climb. My first few times rappelling, I'm like holding
All right.
the mouse button, and I don't have to be. I just have to click it once I want to rappel.
This is Commander Rourke. I want the site secured ASAP. When Dr. Dominguez arrives, we all go in together.
So I'll like immediately take out my bow and start aiming because I'm holding down the mouse button the entire time I'm doing this. Just I'm like, I don't think it'll keep doing it if I let go. I'm like, it didn't quite look like what I was supposed to go to, but I guess it's craggy rock again, so, you know, whatever. And I scramble up here.
Dr. Dominguez is on his way down.
Damn, I better hurry.
Don't hurry too much. Safety is number one concern when you are rock climbing without a rope. I would like to understand what just happened there.
I've got this.
That one didn't really make much sense to me. Because she wasn't, as far as I'm aware, she wasn't planning on, like, pulling down the rope.
The statue is looking at that cave.
She was just gonna swing back and forth anyway. Right here, I'm like, I assume it wants me to rappel and swing, but does it let me swing back and forth? and it gives you a tutorial on swinging back and forth here, so you gotta hold the mouse button to swing back and forth. I'm like, wait a second. That's how I repel.
This is it. Jonah, I'm entering a cave. We may lose contact.
Copy that. I'll keep an eye on Trinity out here.
Gotta take me some magic mushrooms. They give me endurance. One thing I will say about this game,
This cave looks like it's usually underwater.
compared to the other games, is that this one has a lot more going through water than the other ones. And that makes me a tad nervous, because in the other ones there were a lot of places where going in water kills you. You just kind of, you jump in water and your character's like, nah, I just hit the bottom.
Deteriorated to read.
I'm not entirely sure how looking at something like that would increase my understanding of a language. I know for a fact that if I just randomly look at a language, I don't start freaking learning it. Ah, spear traps.
Alright, shit. Should have seen that coming.
I see a thing above me. Already starting the challenges. I kind of want to check if I had another one back there. I wasn't looking up, so... No. A bunch of skulls, and that's it. Not the blue one. I'm not entirely sure why she moved out of the way for the rats. Were a few of them gonna, like, stick to her and start biting? I kind of doubt it. Oh, I see another one of those things. Got me a number 2 out of 5.
Holding cells.
Some more magic mushrooms. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time here because I'm gonna explore every nook and cranny of this room before I go anywhere. But also, I figured at first that I'm trying to go up and around something, and you're just supposed to jump in the pool of water and swim down, which was not my initial intention. I kind of look at that, I'm like, that's deep. That looks like death. But no, you're actually just supposed to dive in there and go swimming. I don't know what Laura saw there, but whatever. As far as I could tell, there was nothing there. It was just like, dig here with a stick, and I clicked the dig button, and I got stuff. When I saw those initially, I thought it would be like the GPS caches in, is it Rise of, or in the 2013. Oh, I forget to open up the artifacts menu, because in the other games, when you collect an artifact, it automatically just goes, it automatically brings it up, and your character starts examining it and saying something about it. Which also starts a thing where if you can if there is something to find on there that would increase your stats, or like an object inside the object, then you could turn it to find it. Yeah, I'm looking around here because I'm like, oh, something up here? Am I supposed to find the tool to get through that area? Apparently not. It's just what you see, basically, and then that pool of water you're supposed to go in. But I think instead of watching me waffle around for like 6 minutes, not sure what to do because I'm afraid of water in these games, I'm gonna end this one here, and we'll start the next one with me jumping into the water and making it to the other side. So, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one, and as I said before with another thing, I am trying to post now a couple of videos a day, as well as streaming my Final Fantasy XIV reclears and progging if people want to see that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.